Alright, this video we're going to look at factoring and roots. And for factoring we're going to keep it simple to start out with. The next video we'll do a couple more complex examples, and then there'll be another video later on where we do even more complex examples. Before I get into this, let me just assure you, you will never, for the math placement here at College of St. Rose, you will not need to use the quadratic formula. You might in your course, so we are going to go over some of that. But as far as the math placement is concerned here at the College of St. Rose, you do not need to know the quadratic formula. But that will be the next video. Let's look at just basic factoring. So we're going to start with this equation. X squared plus 3x plus 2. Here's the process. First, check for common factor. Is there a number or term that goes into all three of these? And in this case, there isn't. So we can move on to step 2. What two terms multiply to get first term in equation? And the only things that multiply to get x squared are x times x. Three, what pairs of numbers multiply to last term? Well, the only things that multiply to get 2 are 2 and 1, so it could be either plus 2 times plus 1 or minus 2 times minus 1. Don't forget the negatives. Which pair from step 3 adds together to get middle term? Well, plus 2 plus 1 is plus 3. Negative 2 plus negative 1 is negative 3. I want plus 3, so it's got to be these two. And I'm done. All there is to it. So we're going to do a few more examples of this, don't worry. Let's try x squared minus x minus 20. Same process as we had up here. I'm not going to pull all the way down. So I got my parentheses. X and x multiplies to get x squared. Now, what multiplies to negative 20? Well, I've got negative 20 and positive 1. I've got 20 and negative 1. I've got negative 10 and positive 2. I've got positive 10, put the plus signs there, and negative 2. And I've got negative 5 and positive 4. or positive 5, negative 4. So there are my pairs that multiply to 20. So the question's just going to be, which one adds up to get the middle term? I want negative 1. Well, let's see. This would be negative 19. This would be positive 19. This would be negative 8. This one would be positive 8. There's my negative 1, because this one would be positive 1. So here's my pair. Minus 5 plus 4. Now, we're going to go back up to the process. Add this. Can always FOIL to check yourself. As I said in my time, best check yourself before you wreck yourself. And we can always FOIL this back. X times x is x squared. X times plus 4 is plus 4x. Minus 5 times x is minus 5x. Minus 5 times positive 4 is minus 20. These combine. X squared plus 4 minus 5 is minus x. Minus 20. And that's the basics of factoring. We're going to do one more. Alright, this is going to be the last one on this video. X squared plus x minus 2. Same process as before. X and x. Let's see, what multiplies to negative 2? Well, I've got negative 2 times positive 1. And I've got 2 positive times negative 1. Well, they have to add up to positive 1. Negative 2 and plus 1 gives me negative 1. And this one gives me positive 1. So here's my pair. Plus 2 minus 1. And that's the basics of factoring. Now, let's talk about roots. Where parabola intersects with x axis. So if we had our parabola here, here are the roots. To calculate, first, factor. So we're going to stick with the one that we just did up here. So we got x squared plus x minus 2, we got x plus 2, and x minus 1. So we're going to stick with the one we just did. 2. Set each factor equal to 0. So x plus 2 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0. Solve for x in each factor. Subtract 2 for this one. X would be negative 2. Add 1 for this one. X equals positive 1. Those are my roots. That's all there is for roots. So that'll be it for this video, and the next video will be some extra factoring things. So I'll see you then.